it's Allie, and thank you so much for joining me again on my channel. I'm super excited to share with you my Volume 7 flip through my journal. It's kind of different than some of my latest journals. I have, well, 7 of them, of the Traveler's Notebook kind, and before that it was just all sorts of random different shapes and sizes and covers and everything. But I just love this style of journaling because everything's all nice and neat and organized. And my last what do you call it, my hair makes things go dark. Look, I showed y'all how I store and finish my journals, and I just wanted to make a notation. I feel like I have like a patch over my eye with my hair. Whew, it's hot in here. A few of y'all were kind of concerned about my covers yellowing and aging because of the adhesive on the packing tape. It really doesn't bother me very much, but I did want to tell y'all that like the idea and are concerned about that and fearful of that, that there is a way for you to get the look without the yellowing, and that is with the archival framers tape. It looks just like packing tape, but it's supposed to have some sort of archival glue in it, so it will not yellow, it will not be brittle and flake and all that stuff. You can get it on Blick store. It is hecka expensive. Hecka. I will link that down below. You can grab that if that's a concern. It's like $23 or something like that. Hey, if you want the look and you're willing to spend 23 buckaroos on your tape, then you can do it. So I just wanted to add that because so many sweet people were concerned about my journals and, oh my gosh, they're gonna get ruined. And I really appreciate your concern, but honestly don't care. Like, as long as the insides are good, then I'm fine with whatever the outside look. I actually like vintage things and old crusty things. You should see most of my furniture that I just am in love with is crusty. You know, like my desk, my old tanker desk, it's just rusty, crusty. I should do something with that. No more babbling. I'm just gonna go straight away to the table and show y'all my journal. Okay, so much crap on my table. I have been arting hard lately on some cutesy pootsy little owls. Here's one. This one's going to the UK. But isn't it so precious? This is honey. So cute. So anywho, I'm really excited. I'm learning what I like. I'm learning my style, and it's very exciting. But yeah, it's a gong show on my desk. Sorry about that. And I'm going to take this mat up because it makes it so much darker. Hopefully you can see this. Okay. Let me just say a couple things before I start. One, there are several pages that I show on my Patreon page. I understand that some folks don't like to be told that it's on Patreon, but then some do because then they can go find it. I'm not trying to annoy anybody or make anyone feel devalued. I just want to share that there are videos with some of the stuff that I show you today if you would be interested. If not, completely okay. That's fine. But I just wanted to share that it's available to you if you would like. So there's that. And then the other thing is I often get asked about how do I have the courage to share my journal on the interwebs. And the truth is, I know people do pause and read because I've actually had people ask me about things that I haven't posted publicly, but they've asked me about it because it was in my journal. So I know people do read my journal. The truth of the matter is that I made that decision. I chose that to show it on the interwebs, and I'm okay with that. The only thing that I ask, and I've always asked from the beginning, if you read my journal, if you have the boldness to read it, which whatever, this is like my deepest thoughts, my cries out to God, my frustrations, my fears, everything is in here. And yes, I'm showing the World Wide Web. So just know that I'm an honest person. I'm just like everybody else. I'm sure I'm not the only one who says things when they're frustrated or says things when they're scared. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not perfect, but I'm real. And so that's all I say. I say, if you have a problem, then just come to me first before sharing my whatevers to someone else. That's all I ask. So with all that out of the way, let's get started. So this cover I did as kind of like an homage to some healing that I'd been through. I was wanting to learn the human figure. And since then, I actually have. I hope this does not offend anybody, but I have really gotten better at drawing the human figure. I'm still learning, but it actually is a healing process for me because of some sexual abuse that I've had in the past. And so I never really valued the female figure because I was so ashamed. So anyway, that's why this cover is like that. And I have a bunch of abstract and kind of just, I don't know, abstract stuff. I love having stuff underneath and then showing, you know, circles. You'll see a lot of that in my pages. I think Erit did this one time, and then I started trying that out. So, anyway, opening it up, y'all remember how I taught on the Polaroid, how to make the little tiny Polaroids. So you won't see many tip-ins in my journal, but you'll see a lot of Polaroids here at the beginning for sure. And this is just some plopping some watercolor. And this is a little mixed media kind of a look. I have these little strips that I use. I type out a bunch of these strips and they have thankful for. So sometimes when I'm having an attitude, a bad attitude, then I'll pop out one of these strips and I'll just remind myself I need to be thankful. And that gets you out of a bad attitude real quick. So thankful, and I'll do it when I'm not having a bad attitude too, because it's just a good practice to be thankful. So there's that. More color plopping. This is like a shimmer. I don't know if you can see that sheen, but it is a favorite product of mine, and it is, let me see. I don't know if I can find it. It's a mica pot. I've talked about it several times. Again, my desk is a horrid mess right now. I don't know where it is, but basically it's a pot of, it's a mica pot, and it's gold shimmery watercolor, and I will try to link it down below. So this is more plopping, just some washi strips, plopping, Polaroids. This insert I tried out. It's a new insert. Let me tell you that too, because someone will ask. This is a orchid insert from Sojourner Journals. It does take watercolor very pretty. It does. Like, it absolutely, if you're all about the plopping, then you should totally get this insert. My favorite is the Tomoe 68 grams. The only thing that I don't like about this paper is that when I try to do the watercolor, like lifting the watercolor with my baby wipe trick thing, it actually makes it look dirty. Does that make sense? Like, it doesn't work well as the Tomoe because of the film. So because I was trying to use this insert up fast, I did things like this because I was like, oh, but I actually really like this look and I really want to do that again. I kind of like that. So just plop some center, focal, whatever, and then did some journaling around it. Did a big art thing, some journaling around it. This is what do you call this? This is magical powders, and I do the plop and then do that, dry it, plop, blah, blah. Like, so I just do that on a mat. And this is a white Signo Broad gel pen. That's the gel pen it is. I get asked so many times, like, what kind of gel pen do you use? Mine doesn't work as good. I don't know why. Mine works great. Over the magical powders, it works amazing. This is a inspiration from Helen Dardick, I think her name is. She's awesome. So some more plopping. Here, more Polaroids and plopping. So it's really kind of like not much excitement going on. I had a lot of heart gushes. This was a tutorial that Courtney Diaz did on the Davin party. She did a flower illustration, and then she used the dark navy color, the indigo color from Jane's collection, and then so I just did this, but I really wanted to add in like this quote. So I have some plopping, and so it kind of mixes my little mixed media look I have going on back here. See this little mixed media look is still kind of showing in these pages, and then I just added that little tutorial. And then I wanted to write a quote on mine though, so I used my gel pen, and it's "The art washes away the dust of everyday life," which I love that quote. More plopping, and this is me trying to practice the figure again. More kind of mixed media. I love that. It's so fun and therapeutic to just do a page. A lot of people ask me, do you prep your pages first? I do a lot of times now because I've like let go. Let me show you my most recent journal. I think I'm trying to do the cover for it right now. So this is my Tomoe River 68 grams, and I've done a couple pages in here. so far. But see how this page is already done? I just plopped. I had some leftover stuff on my table from working on something else and just plopped it. But I'll do something else on this page. But I'm really letting go and just kind of playing around on pages. And when I get to it, it'll spur my brain to do something else, you know? So yeah, I think it's okay to just play. If you need to have some color therapy, give yourself some color therapy. That's what I call it. I call it color therapy. I love that. Color therapy. Just some different colors, same technique. And I do have this tutorial for how I make these kind of pages on Patreon. So let's see here. So this was some abstract florals that I started getting into, and a little tip in. You'll actually see a tip in right here. I have this little envelope that someone gave me, and I typed on it, and it does take a little while for the ink to dry, but I just wanted to put in some little bits in this little envelope. I thought it was kind of a fun thing. I love all the see-through things. And then I took some washi and just lined it so it looks kind of cute, like a little see-through tip-in thing. This is a bigger Polaroid look. More Polaroids, more Helen Dardick inspiration down here. And this is Bianca. This is not Howard. Howard, it looks so much like Bianca. It's unreal. This is actually Bianca's washi tape that James gave me, but it looks a lot like Howard. So I used it. Of course, I'd use it for Bianca too because Bianca's cool. But more thankful stuff. And I actually tried something different where I wrote this way, and I really like that. I think that's kind of fun. Really fun. This is, again, Magical Powders. And this is a tip-in that I did. There's a tip-in. Again, the white Signo Broad. More abstract flowers and a cute bunny and some plopping. More plopping. I love plopping. And then some marks. I am super inspired by like Ray Sigmund and just like marking stuff. This is like the bags that I use for my zines that I give out to my patrons. And so I decided to just tip it in. And this was a photo that I had lying around and I typed on it. But this is actually just a day of journaling on this picture, and so I put it in here, so there's no continuation anywhere else. This is the whole day that I just typed. I wanted to type. I felt like on my typewriter. I really don't have to type that hard on this typewriter because it's such a great typewriter, but anyway, I thought that was kind of fun. I need to add that some more too. I get inspired every time I flip through my journals and get inspired by stuff I've done in the past, and that's okay. So this is just like another Polaroid thing, plopping some of these little messy frames with some stripes. I love plopping. Doilies are something I'm super into right now. Love doilies. You'll see them more later too. This is that spread that I did for Stencil Girl, and that's another example of I had done this spread like way before I journaled on it, and it was literally like I had, you know, this much paper and I just opened it up to this page and it worked out so great. I love doing that. So this is a tip-in of when I took my boys to the airport to go see their grandparents, and it's my little pass to go with them because they were flying by themselves. Boo-hoo. Some more plopping. More plopping. I think this is again, same thing. I plopped this on my plopping video, but I had not journaled on it till much later. And then this is just a piece of vellum someone had given to me, so I tipped it in. So I love that look. Some more abstract flowers. Magical powders. Those magical powders are so much fun. I just love this. And I'll share this too. This is actually black acrylic ink. So I use, let me get it, Daler and Rowney black acrylic ink. And I put it in an aqua pen, and then I doodle on the side. It just makes it super vibrant and black. And it's a lot less time to do it too because it's, you know, ink. You can kind of work fast than you would with a pen. I did that here too. So that's a lot of fun. See, I just did some like sketches. This is when I started seeing Mindy Lacefield stuff and then trying to work with some different proportions. Also to note, because a lot of folks ask me, what ink do you write with to watercolor over? I don't really watercolor over stuff much. You'll see in the back where I did. But I use Bulletproof ink by Noodlers. Most of the time I use Lexington gray, but since I have tried this brown and it works just fine, it works just like the Lexington gray. The brown is fine to switch it up, but I think gray is my favorite. So more abstract. This was a tutorial that I did on Patreon of how to do the abstract flowers. And then this was a little journal with me that I did on Patreon. I kind of got in this like journaling mode where it wasn't just plopping. I'm like now getting back into some fun stuff that I was like super inspired. So this is a girl that I painted and I made her into a sticker. She's so wonderful. And then this is this huge stamp that I got, oh, I don't know, 2.5 months ago. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Hold on. This is ginormous. I think I put this on, I think y'all saw a glimmer of this on my top 5 favorite things. Actually, no, that's coming up. I'm so disoriented with what videos have been put out yet because I'm getting ready to go on this trip. And so I'm trying to get way ahead on my videos and stuff. But anyway, that's what I use for up here. It's huge and wonderful. And then I did this little see-through element here. So there's that. And then this is another tutorial on Patreon. And here's the doilies again. And I just love painting, watercoloring on the doilies. That was fun. And then this is just some more magical powders. And then I use that shiny mica Moonlight. And these butterflies, I'm on a huge butterfly kick. That is where I'm getting the butterflies. This is like a big old roll of decorative paper from Joann's that I got on sale. And I literally fussy cut these. And so there's a ton of them. That's where I'm getting the butterflies from. There's all sorts on those pages and I just love them. Love them. And then this was a stamp. I don't know if you can see it. It's so hard to catch it, but I stamped on this picture and that is called Moonlight or something. It's another like shimmery thing that stamps great on photos. This Brilliance Moonlight White is wonderful. It kind of has like a sheen to it and it stamps so nicely on photos. And see, I put fly there. So yeah, I did this also on Patreon and then I kept going. So these 2 pages were completely blank and I just continued to write. And so then I actually did some watercolor over this because I didn't have anything else on those pages. So yeah, this is a little bit of a shorter flip through because there wasn't a ton of new things until the very end. But yeah, like I just had a lot of fun towards the end of this one. I really did a lot of heart gushing in this one. And I'm very excited to be starting this insert. I need to finish the cover and it's kind of it has gesso on it and I don't like the feel of the gesso. So I need to do something with that quickly. But yeah, I just really need to get back into my rhythm and I am going out of town in the middle of September. And so do you hear that? That just sounds, oh, I don't like the sound, but I'm going out of town in the middle of September. And so I'll be back and decompressing for about a week. And then I'll be back to hopefully recalibrating and getting my rhythm back. But I hope you enjoyed this little flip through. If you're new to my channel and haven't seen my other ones, I will link the playlist to my other flip throughs down in the description box. If you have any questions about anything that I used or whatever, then let me know. I'll try to answer as quickly as I can. Just keep in mind that I will be out of town in September. Yeah, that's it. So I thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to my patrons for helping me to continue sharing and doing what I love, and that's sharing with y'all. And so I did cut back just a little bit just because of my travel. The traveling is like really wearing on me. So when I'm done with that and I get back in my rhythm, hopefully I'll be doing once a week again, posted on YouTube. So I'm not gone forever. I'm just kind of coming back to a little bit and then I'll be back. So thanks y'all for being faithful and just sticking out with me and loving on me and being gracious. I just appreciate all of y'all so much, and I will see y'all later. Bye. Get that out of the way. It's hot in here. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on in my life. Oh, this one's thicker too. Nice. Nice. Oh, all the possibilities. That is cute. That's super cute. I like that. Bum, 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 bum. I like this, a perfect ordinary day, and it's got that yellow. You know what I'm gonna do? Oh my gosh. Should I add some bling? So many things are happening in my head right now. Oh my goodness. It's a little mangled, but it'll be all right. Yes, 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 yes. That makes me happy.